You're standing in line at the coffee shop. She steps closer than necessary. Her cart bumps into you. She laughs it off, makes a comment, maybe touches your arm like it's no big deal. You feel a slight irritation, but you dismiss it. You don't want to seem uptight. You don't want to overreact. So you let it slide. And that right there is where the pattern starts. Because disrespect for social boundaries almost never begins with something dramatic. It starts small, subtle, plausibly deniable. And most men don't catch it because they've been trained to confuse tolerance with maturity. Here's the thing. Social boundaries are the invisible lines that determine whether interaction stays respectful or slowly turns manipulative. And when someone doesn't respect those boundaries, their behavior follows predictable patterns. My name is Dean, and I would like to talk about 7 behavior tactics women use when they do not respect social boundaries. If you're someone who has trouble defining, communicating, and enforcing relationship boundaries, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Now look, before we go any further, let's be clear. This isn't about demonizing women. This isn't about pretending men don't violate boundaries too. This is about awareness. It's about recognizing behavior patterns so you can respond with clarity instead of confusion. Because the man who doesn't understand boundaries is always reacting instead of leading. Here's what most people don't realize. Boundary violations are rarely about attraction or friendliness. They're about testing limits, testing reactions, testing how much access they can take without consequence. And if you don't respond correctly early, the behavior escalates. Behavior tactic number 1, ignoring subtle cues of discomfort. This one is foundational. You shift your body. You shorten your responses. You stop engaging. You give polite but clear signals that you want space. And she ignores all of it. She keeps talking, keeps touching, keeps inserting herself into your personal space. And when you finally pull back verbally, she acts surprised. Oh my God, I didn't know you felt that way. Yes you did. You just didn't care. Here's the psychological piece. People who respect boundaries are attuned to feedback. People who don't respect boundaries override feedback in favor of their own agenda. And when someone ignores nonverbal cues, it's not ignorance, it's entitlement. Now, you might be thinking, maybe she's just bad at reading signals. Look, social awareness is not rare. It's universal. Children learn it. Animals learn it. When someone repeatedly misses cues, what they're really doing is prioritizing their wants over your comfort. If you excuse this early, you teach her that your discomfort is negotiable. Behavior tactic number 2, framing intrusion as humor. She asks invasive questions about your money, your dating life, your past, your plans. And when you hesitate, she laughs. Relax, I'm just joking. This is where it gets really interesting. Humor is often used as a delivery system for boundary violations. If you accept the intrusion, she gains information. If you push back, she accuses you of being sensitive. Either way, she avoids accountability. This tactic works because most men don't want to look rigid. They don't want to kill the vibe, so they answer questions they don't actually want to answer. And once you do that, the line moves. Here's the thing. Respectful people ask and wait. Disrespectful people push in disguise. The joke isn't the point. The access is. Behavior tactic number 3, creating forced familiarity. She speaks to you like she knows you well when she doesn't. Uses pet names. Makes inside jokes you never agreed to. Acts emotionally close without earning it. This often feels flattering at first. That's the trap. Forced familiarity bypasses trust building. It accelerates intimacy without consent. And when you don't reciprocate at the same pace, she frames you as distant or cold. Look, intimacy is a process, not a shortcut. When someone rushes it, they're not connecting, they're extracting. Men fall into this because they confuse attention with alignment. Attention is cheap. Alignment takes time. Behavior tactic number 4, guilt tripping when you assert a boundary. You finally say something, calmly, respectfully, I'm not comfortable with that. And suddenly, you're the bad guy. She sighs. She withdraws. She says things like, wow, I was just being nice, or I guess I can't be myself around you. Here's what most people don't realize. Guilt is often used as a corrective mechanism. It's designed to train you not to speak up again. This isn't about her feelings being hurt. It's about punishing you for disrupting her access. Healthy people respond to boundaries with adjustment. Unhealthy people respond with emotional consequences. If you backtrack here, you reinforce the behavior. You teach her that your boundaries come with a price you're not willing to pay. Behavior tactic number 5. Selective listening. You explain yourself clearly. You state your boundary. She nods. She agrees. And then nothing changes. The same behavior shows up again, just slightly modified. Enough to claim misunderstanding. Not enough to respect a line. This tactic relies on plausible deniability. I didn't realize that's what you meant. I thought this was different. You never said it like that. Here's the thing. People who respect you don't need repeated explanations. Repetition is not communication. It's negotiation. And boundaries are not negotiated. They're enforced. Behavior tactic number 6. Public pressure. She pushes boundaries in front of others. Teases you. Challenges you. Touches you. Makes comments that force you to either tolerate it or look confrontational. This is a power move. Public settings raise the cost of enforcement. She's betting you won't want to make a scene. And if you let it slide publicly, she'll escalate privately. Social psychology shows that people test limits where consequences are least likely. That's why this happens in groups at work functions or in casual settings. Here's what matters. How you respond publicly sets the ceiling for private behavior. Calm correction beats silent tolerance every time. Behavior tactic number 7. Reframing disrespect as confidence. This one is subtle and dangerous. She interrupts you, overrides your decisions, dismisses your preferences, and labels it as being assertive or strong. Confidence respects space. Disrespect invades it. But here's the trick. If you object, you're accused of being intimidated. If you accept it, you're slowly diminished. This tactic works because men are socially conditioned to accommodate under the guise of being secure. But real security doesn't require self-erasure. Here's the bottom line. Boundaries don't fail because men are weak. They fail because men delay enforcement in the hope that respect will appear on its own. It won't. Respect is not a feeling. It's a response to structure. So what do? First, learn to trust your early discomfort. Discomfort is information, not insecurity. Second, respond early and calmly. You don't need speeches. You need clarity. Third, watch behavior, not apologies. Adjustment matters more than explanation. Fourth, be willing to let people self-select out of your life. Anyone who resents your boundaries was benefiting from their absence. And finally, understand this. Social boundaries are not about control. They're about self-respect. And self-respect is always felt, even when it's not spoken. If this video gave you clarity, like, share, and subscribe. And start enforcing your boundaries quietly, consistently, and without guilt.